Hey Bella, so I'm going to make a video response, and it's funny how you need reasons to make videos, and then people gave you a reason, now you gave me a reason, but that's just the way it is. No, by all means, who is it, who am I to defend President Bush? As you know, he's no friend of mine, but I will say this, you're a little bit, you and the guy who was in Panama who said they, blocked the streets off when he was there, are a little bit, what can I say? Maybe you don't understand how, how things work. This is something standard. This isn't because he went to Croatia or he went to Panama. When I was in Sacramento, President Clinton came to town, and he came in to the base that I was at when I was in the military, and guess what? We were not allowed to go on the balconies. We had to stay in our room. And this is someone who was in the military. He's the commander-in-chief, and no, we weren't allowed to be on the balcony. Why? It's not that it's a paranoia. It's not that he's paranoid of, at that point, the people on the base. And it's not that he's paranoid of people necessarily in Croatia or Panama. As a whole, he's not. Or as a whole, the presidents are not. But just think of this. I don't know how many millions of people are in Croatia. It only takes one person to get in position. We started a World War I, not we, but Germany started World War I off of an assassination of a prince. I think it was a prince, or Spain. It had something to do with the prince. Where's Schwarzenegger from? Yeah, it's coming to me, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think it was a prince in Austria that was assassinated, and it started a whole war. And I believe that might have even been in Bosnia that this happened. Don't quote me on any of this. I know my history, but I'd have to refresh exactly the details. So, don't act like this is something unusual that it can't happen. It can happen. And, let's just say he went naked, right? He went naked to Panama or Croatia, and then that one or two crazy people, and believe me, this guy's hated around the world, so it's not like it's not like it's unfathomable that this might happen. It's likely. I guarantee you, if he announced, okay, I'm going to be at this restaurant, and I'm not going to have any protection, and no streets are going to be sealed off, and basically I'm going to have some beer with the locals, I guarantee you he'd get assassinated. There's no doubt in my mind he'd get assassinated, because I think you have more than one person willing to do that in your country. I think there's probably more than one person in my country that would be willing to do that. And believe me, I'm not condoning that in any way. But just think of the embarrassment that it would be. Maybe it would be an embarrassment. Probably not to you, but maybe your politicians. It would be a real embarrassment for something like that to happen on their watch. So I don't think it's arrogance, and I don't think he's super paranoid. I just think that when you're in a position, when you're a king, a prince, when how about Prince Harry, or some of these guys, if they announced they had to pull him out of Afghanistan when they found out he was there, when the word got out. So yeah, special precautions are taken for leaders of countries. And I'm not trying to, I guess I will just say get over it. That's just the way it is. If I come to your country, I'm not going to get that protection. But guess what? I don't matter if I die either. I mean, it matters to my family, it matters to certain people, but it's not going to really affect nations. It's not going to affect the economy. So, yeah, anyway, I guess I just wanted to say that. That just, to me, it just seemed a little bit not well thought out when you said that. If you really think about it, if the leader of your country or the leader of other countries come to this nation, if they come to the United States, they get Secret Service assigned to them to protect them, and they get streets blocked off. So it's really not that different. And it's not because people are paranoid. It's just because there's plenty of people that are willing to take a shot at infamy by knocking off the president of the United States, or by knocking off a leader of a powerful country. You know, of the country in the spotlight at the moment. You know, one day. Well, yeah. So I guess I'll just end it like that. I just want to throw that out there. It seemed like, you know, I saw a few people making comments as if it's really unusual that a leader of another country would get special treatment. I think that's the norm. You know, the Pope gets special treatment too. So there you go.